Hi, how y'all doing? It's August the 23rd, 2025. Here in Ontario, Canada, it's cloudy and a little bit windy. Not too bad, comes and goes from the west. So yeah, what I do yesterday, listen to some funky music to get me out of the energy that was happening yesterday. It was very confusing, slow. It was just like kind of stuck energy. So the music really helped. My son came home from work and he was grumpy until he started listening to my music, and then it chirped him up and away he went to his girlfriend's. Alright, so I decided I was going to have some drinks. My friend was supposed to hang with me, but yeah, she took off. Alright, so I won't do that again. Expect her to, keep her word kind of thing. But she came back late, right, and talked to me for a while. I was sitting outside in my truck with a speaker on my front step listening to music all by myself. Nobody spoke to me except for one of the girls. And before I came in the house, I was having a conversation with a melanated man, the young one, lives or was visiting or lives a couple of doors down, right? I schooled him, asked him if he got the job. He said he didn't. That was awesome, right? Asked him if I could touch his hair, because I've never touched a melanated man's or a female's hair before. He said, yeah. I said, you can touch mine if you want, right? We had a good conversation. He listened to me. I said, even if you don't get what I'm saying, I'm planting seeds. He understood, right? So we had a nice little conversation. If something weird happened, they had a notice on the doors the other day that they were having a food truck, a free food truck, right? That was to be here yesterday. And I thought, that's suspicious, right? And so it came before I went outside, right? I was sitting in the house. And all of a sudden I hear bang, bang, bang on the door. So I go and answer the door, and it's the little girls. And they said, the food truck's here. You gonna come? Right? Come and have some free food? I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And they were like, oh, all right. And they left. A couple of minutes later, some weird man came up, walked to the corner, turned around, walked back, all right? And I thought, strange. And then I remember they made a point of knocking on my door, nobody else's, all right? And I remember watching this video a few years back of them starving a bunch of people, or a tribe out of island, corporations, government, whatever, right? Stole their chiefs and their warriors, or the elders, I mean, and the people wouldn't stop fighting, right? They weren't allowing them to come take their land, so they decided they'd cut off their food supply and starve them out. And a shipping container is found on the beach, and it's full of frozen chicken, right? Guess what happened to those people? They were starving. You'll eat anything when you're starving, right? And it just so happens that there was no shipping lane near that island at all, so it was deliberately placed there, right? And that's the last thing I've heard. So I wonder if they whacked them all. That came to mind when I seen the free food truck, right? I find it suspicious that they only knocked on my door to see if I was coming out, right? It's affiliated with the church, which is affiliated with the government. So the minions doing their program, I don't want to have any part of it, right? I don't need a handout. So strange. I found it very suspicious. The Schuman was what, 15, I think, with a 12-hour blackout yesterday. Make sure here. Yep, 12-hour blackout. So that's probably what the energy was that we were all feeling yesterday, being stuck and slow. I wasn't the only one. Other people were feeling it too. But yeah, Strange realm, right? For sure. I tried to call a couple people to get somebody to talk to me last night. Nobody would answer. So, yeah, I had to be my own best friend, and that's okay, because I love myself. I do. I don't feel too bad today, although I slept on my one side all night, and oh man, tight muscles in my under my rib, or in my ribs, kind of thing. It was hard for me to get up to turn over. But my son came over today in the rise, my eldest, and I asked him if he'd crack my back. He was like, yeah, sure. So I laid down on my stomach and he cracked my back. I think it helped, right? It's eased up. Got a lot of pressure in my third eye, though, in the back of my skull, right? But we're going through a change. We're going through a shift. All this stuff. That's why it's so quiet. The new moon, right? Set new intentions, new starts, right? I notice it seems like I have to go through stuff before the collective consciousness does. With the energy and the astrology. I must be pretty strong. Spiritual being. My gold being. Right? Pure gold. So yeah. I did. I had fun by myself last night. It was better than sitting in my room watching YouTube. Right? I got to be out in nature. I did. So my daughter just texted me and said she's coming to get my truck. Her and her boyfriend, the mechanic. Must going to be fixing something on it, that leak, I bet. Right? So that's okay. Hopefully they bring it back by tomorrow. I need to go to the store tomorrow. I'm out of my marijuana. And nobody's brought me any plants. So yeah, I didn't plant this year. Oh well. Every day, I'm stronger than the day before. Well, Mark Atwood had a really good video with Guy Anderson on YouTube. Check it out if you're awake and you want to be woken up some more. I resonated with a lot of it. I did. Alright. Every day, we have more wisdom than the day before. And every day, we're protected more than the day before. I love you all's consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.